All right, everybody, another Thursday night barbecue chat. I'm Steve Krass. I'm the grill department manager over at Wanamaker's in lovely, beautiful Downers Grove, Illinois. The man sitting next to me, looking distinguished, honorable, and truthful today.
I gotta put my hand on it, raise my right hand, or what? Geez, what's going on here tonight, Steve?
The chairman of the board, Barbecue Blackstone and Beer, Mr. Ryan Hoagland.
How's it going, everybody? How are you doing tonight, Steve?
I'm doing pretty good, Ryan. I was trying to share out the video, and it didn't come up. Oh, there it is. It's such a long delay today that it's just doing it now. Yeah. So no,
I've got to share it out to about 10 places already. I don't know what you're slacking over.
Well,
I know it's that technology thing, and you're not up to the times with that. But
it's only an iPhone 13, so it takes a while.
Oh, you don't have the new 15 with the titanium.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
titanium plate in my head.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Just kidding.
Hey, we got another great show tonight. I'm excited.
I'm excited today. We did bring it, just so you know. I mean, we didn't bring in the full line, Ryan. But we did bring in this gentleman's products, so we won't have the same embarrassments like last week, where I didn't have any of the stuff we talked about.
Any of the good stuff
good stuff, but all his stuff is good stuff. It's all on the shelf. It's all ready to go.
A little preview right behind us there. If you guys can see him between us, a little sneaky.
Yeah.
Little sneaky peek there.
Little sneaky peek of the pig right there.
Wow.
So
without further ado,
here he is.
Luton Booty BBQ.
Sterling Smith, Luton Booty BBQ.
How's everybody doing?
Hey, brother, how's it going?
Look at him.
Oh, man, I'm enjoying it. Exactly. I'm lounging. It's an amazing evening in Scottsdale, Arizona. The weather's right. Got a little drizzle going on. So, man, it's calm before the storm. Kind of relaxing before I head out in the morning for a KCBS comp in Indio, California.
Wow. Hey, that's pretty. Well, you just got back from a competition.
It was a small little competition, though, right?
Just a little thing.
The little thing called the World Food Championships in Dallas, Texas. Yeah, I had one here, a KCBS comp in Mesa, Arizona, here a week before the World Food Championships last week. The following Tuesday, I drove out to Dallas. Just got back from competing there. We had 3 rounds of barbecue. It was amazing. And then I just got back a couple of days ago, and then rinse and repeat. And we'll leave tomorrow for another KCBS comp. So, yeah, we're rocking and rolling.
We know you got. We know what you did last year. You know, you can't take away from the first place 2022 World Barbecue Champion.
Love that, man. That was so fun.
So, I know you did pretty good. Made it all the way through to the finals again, and then what we got, second in the end.
Yes, ended up taking the reserve grand champion, second place overall. So there's 3 rounds. The first round we had chicken, brisket, and ribs. Top 20 from that round went to round 2. I think I was 13th overall in that first round. Second round they took the top 4 plus a couple master judges picks, and I ended up perfect score is 100. It's crazy. And I had 4th place overall with a 99.625. The top 3 scores were all 100. So us 4 made it to the finals plus the judges pick. Ended up being 7 us in the finals. And made it to the final 2 this year with Alino from Rio Smoke out of California. Texas. Amazing cook, amazing chef. And ended up taking reserve grand champion this year. It's my 3rd year doing it in Dallas, and I took reserve grand champion. Obviously, won last year and reserve grand champion this year. So I'm not mad at my results. I had a blast. I always love, thinking outside the box, doing something different. I love KCBS and competing, but sometimes it can get redundant a little bit. So I really love the opportunity that World Food Championships gives us to kind of take barbecue and flip it and mix it and make it something different. And then think outside the box, which is really, really cool. And I love, representing barbecue there every year.
Nice. Well, you could always come up and do Ryan's griddle battle when he has the griddle battles.
And let's go, man. Throw it down.
See, Ryan, he's ready to go. Why didn't you ask Sterling if he wanted to go to the griddle battle? You probably didn't ask him.
I don't get invited to all this cool stuff.
throw it down the bottom there. Follow the Griddle Battle page on Facebook. Steve gives me such a hard time, man. It's
I
Griddle
know,
Battle's up and coming. So.
That means he loves you, right?
Oh, yes. You only hurt the ones you love, Ryan.
Far, yeah.
Exactly.
You hurt the ones you love.
Well, I'll definitely be nicer to you then, Steve.
You're right. All right, Sterling. Sterling, you got the rubs, you got the World Food Championship thing going, you got the competition thing going, you got all that. How did it all start? That's my favorite question to ask all the barbecue people is how does it all start?
Oh, man.
I can't believe anybody just picks up one day and says, hey, I'm going to be a barbecue cook when they're in their 8th grade. They don't write that on their thing of where you're going to see yourself in the future. But
yeah,
I know you're a Navy vet and
yes, sir.
how did going from Navy to got you into barbecue?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I was born in Memphis, Tennessee, and I was raised mostly in the South, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia. So, I know barbecue. Barbecue's been around, my whole life. We all know competition barbecue is a whole nother thing, but, I knew barbecue. I've cooked some hogs with family members, a long time ago. We'd put them in the ground and, family events and stuff like that. So we've cooked here and there in the past. Not a lot of it, but, here and there. After high school, I joined the Navy and up being stationed in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, and eventually Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. And, I met my wife on the beach in San Diego. We're married now. We've had 20 years. She was born and raised in Scottsdale, Arizona. So when I got out of the Navy, I moved to Arizona and I went to school here. I went to Arizona State University and got a degree in finance. And I was working in, commercial real estate finance, small business lending, equipment lending, a lot of commercial type lending and real estate stuff. Eventually I worked for a bank that's based out of Kansas City, and every year that bank has an employee barbecue competition in Kansas City. And so they like to get all the regions of the bank involved. It's a big morale thing for the employees. Bands come out and there's bars. It's really fun. And it used to be on the grounds of the Kemper Arena, and where the American Royal was. So they invited the Arizona team to come out, and I said, yeah, I'll go. I'll go to this barbecue competition. And, to me, at that point, barbecue was cooking in the propane grill in the back, steaks, burgers. And, I knew the old school hog in the ground type barbecue. So, I get to Kansas City and they give me a brisket and a smoker and I see RVs and I'm like, holy moly, this is a whole nother level. This is crazy. And so I was way out of my league and it just opened my eyes. This is like 2006, 2007, like around there. So I got back to Arizona and I started researching everything barbecue, from smokers to grills to events. And I found the Arizona Barbecue Club, which is a club here, still going strong, and they have events. And, eventually I started a barbecue team in 2009 as a Loot and Booty Barbecue. And, man, I started competing in parking lots from there. I think what really catapulted me to get into my rub and sauce line is 2014 in American Royal. In what's really cool is full circle. In 2007, I was there competing, kind of out of my league, wondering what's going on with this employee, with the bank I was with. And then I start competing. I get an invite to cook in the Invitational back on those grounds in 2014, and I take reserve grand champion in the Open that year. And that year, Old World Spices had a program that if you wanted to get your sauce line your seasoning line together, you can work with them. And so after that event, they called me right away and said, hey, we want to work with you on this American Royal Championship rub line. We want your Loot and Booty rub to be our pork rub in this line. And I said, awesome, let's go. That was 2004, right after 2014, so 2015. And then since then, it's grew from that one American Royal pork line to 5 seasonings, and I now have 3 sauces that are available for wholesale from Old World Spices just today. They're available online for anybody to order. You guys can bring them in, actually. And it's just crazy how it's got from, just a hobby of mine. It used to be what got me away from work to relax. And, it was my golf or my 57 Chevy. My dad had cars. He'd work on them all day. I relate that, barbecue is my 57 Chevy, or it's my golf, and, but eventually it kind of turned into running my own line of rub sauces, writing 2 books, teaching classes, all over, which is pretty amazing and pretty exciting and pretty cool to see how it's got this far. But as with anything, the more time, love, passion, energy you put into it, the better it's going to get, and the more you're going to see success from it.
Well, I mean,
So
with a reserve grand champion, and another reserve grand champion at the World Food Championships, I mean, I think you're doing all right.
I mean, I love to, like I said, to push that boundary, try new things. Last year I went to Asian flair with it. For my finals, I did what's called instead of a poo-poo platter, I did a QQ platter. So we took brisket and did a crab and brisket fried rice with the sesame oil drizzle. We did a shiitake mushroom and brisket gyoza with a wasabi aioli on top, an overstuffed brisket, egg roll with a smoked mango, chili aioli or chili sauce, and then we did a burnt-in pineapple, like a teriyaki burnt-in pineapple skewer with toasted sesame seeds on it. And this year, I wanted to be different than that, so I went Mexican in the finals this year. So they gave us Tyson Foods was the sponsor this year. So they gave us bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs, and we had to have the mat be the focus of our dish. So I wanted to bring, being in Arizona and some of the Latin flavors here, I gave them a Mexican dish. So I deboned the chicken and took the skin off, and then we stuffed the thighs with Oaxaca cheese, a lot of my seasoning, and then I made a chile verde sauce, put it right on top. And we took the skins and salted them and defatted them and spreaded them out. And I made like a chicken skin chicharron and put it right on top of that. We also took the chicken and we made a tamale. So we did a smoked chicken tamale with a chili lime verde kind of sauce on time, almost like an aioli, some pico de gallo. And then we took all those bones out and I made a chicken stock with it. And we did a smoked black bean puree that we kind of laid that tamale on. And that was my final dish this year. It was a little ode to my Arizona roots and, Mexican heritage. So, good enough for second place. But the cool thing is the guy who went first, he did a Mexican dish as well. So Mexican was very hot this year at World Foods.
I know I just got done eating dinner, but I'm hungry all over again.
Wow. Yeah, it was a pretty cool dish. It was delicious.
Jump in here. We got Griddles and Vittles with Nick and Jay. How you guys doing tonight? And then good buddy of yours, Mr. Sean Young.
Yes.
Dallas, buddy.
What's cool about Sean and Mission 0-100 Hours, I was up for Battle of the Branches this year, and Team Air Force won, so they got to compete at the World Food Championships in the live fire, and these guys ended up just taking first place and being world champions. Like, how cool is that to see that kind of come full circle from this little Battle of the Branches, and all of a sudden they're world champions. It's really cool to see that kind of play out,
Yeah, that's gotta be a good thing for all the veterans that were on there to kind of show them that there is life after the service. That, I mean, I hope that spurs them to keep pursuing that, and that's actually the mission of the whole Mission 0-100. So hopefully, I mean, that's a proud papa moment right there for Sean, that he hear these guys went from just competing out there in Yorkville, and then they're walking across the stage there in Dallas. That's a cool thing.
Yeah, it was being there to witness that was super cool thing, and to be able to be involved in their excitement and see those guys just crush it, do really well all weekend, have teamwork, come together and represent the military well. These guys are they deserve everything that's coming to them, and we're all proud of them.
It was kind of neat. I was talking to Sean about everything that was going on down there, and he said it was kind of neat to sit back and watch Lee and Hiram kind of sit back and actually have them guys do a lot of the cooking themselves. So it wasn't, like they took over. It was definitely a whole team event. So which was
absolutely. And that's what this is about, is having somebody to help and guide you through that. We're not going to know everything. We're not going to know immediately how to plate or what's involved, but having somebody to assist and guide, and then you can go from there. That's really what this is all about. That's really what Sean is doing, a great thing over there with the Mission 0-100. I'm awesome. I'm proud to be a part of it.
Someone remind Mike McLeod, Navy can't cook.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, Mike McLeod on stage said, maybe next year we'll have a Battle of the Branches. The Coast Guard was there. Obviously, Air Force just won World Championships. Coast Guard, I think, they took World Burger Champion, maybe. I think they won something like that. And then Mike said something like, hey, maybe does anyone from the Navy can cook? He obviously forgot I'm a Navy vet, so I had to remind him that yes.
I seen you in the video walking up like, hey.
Yeah,
yes,
right.
we actually can cook. Yeah, not just seafood.
So what? Where?
So yeah, it was fun.
So back to the put the rubs back up there, Ryan, if you can, because that's you got the full line there. I'm assuming that obviously with Thanksgiving right around the corner, you're recommending the Gold Star chicken, or do you have a secret one for your turkey?
So obviously, Gold Star chicken is made for all things poultry. Obviously, I use it on chicken competitions, but absolutely it works phenomenal on turkey. I know several people in the comp circuit who is actually a world champion guy who uses Gold Star on his turkey, and he won the American World Turkey using Gold Star chicken. A big shout out to Maddie Max right there. But yes, absolutely, it's phenomenal on turkey. I personally like when I cook for myself, I like a lot of simplicity. I like salt and pepper, smoke, let everything just speak for itself. But I really like mixing a little bit of my Gold Star and the wet your beef. You have some of that salt, you have some of that pepper in there. It really looks cool on your turkey because you have that peppery, texture pop out. So I do a little half mixture of wet your beef, half Gold Star, and that's my turkey rub right there.
Sean was asking about he wants to hear more about your sauces. Now, the sauce, did you just come out with sauces? Is that relatively new? Because I don't remember seeing. I don't even. Is Old World doing those? Because I don't remember seeing those in the last time I ordered from Old World.
So yeah, absolutely, because they just became available today on the wholesale site. So the ones you have listed are my 3 sauces that I've had for a while now. We have a couple name changes on them. So the original competition sauce is now what's called my apple cherry barbecue sauce. Southwest Sweet Heat is a cherry chipotle barbecue sauce. Arizona Gold is a honey gold. I had a co-packer, and now Old World Spices, with their collaboration with Head Country, they're able to manufacture wet products, not only dry. So they are manufacturing my sauces now. And we got them everything together. They're batched up, and they just went live today on the wholesale site for Old World Spices. So you guys can order directly from them like you do my rubs. They will get to me soon. They will be available on my website at lutonbootybarbecue.com. But it's going to take a little bit for them to get to me. Probably after Thanksgiving, I'll have them available on my website.
And then because Sterling was kind of like Matt Frampton, who we had before on a couple weeks ago. I was down at the Do It Best show back in September, and Do It Best has not always been the best supplier of barbecue products. So their selection hasn't been. And I walked up, I'm like, holy cow, there's Loot and Booty. What are they doing here? And then, of course, Sterling was there. So we talked a little bit there, and he was talking about the Jolly Roger. And one of the questions I asked him is what makes it, obviously Jess Pryles and her Hardcore Carnivore Black is probably that's probably one of the more popular ones. So I said, well, what makes it different than that? And you went into a big sales pitch of what makes it different. And there's a lot of different things in there than what she uses.
Yeah. All black rubs aren't made the same. All don't taste the same. And, my activated or my blackening agent that I use for my color is actually kiln-dried coconut shells, which is a little bit different than an activated charcoal. It's a little less bitter. It's more smooth. So, I think the flavor is a little bit less bitter on my Jolly Roger type rub. But it's all about flavor and taste. Taste them all, see what you like, and see what works with your palate. But I really enjoy that Jolly Roger. That took me almost a year. It was about a year to kind of develop, to get everything right with the balance of, not only just because it has that blackening agent, I want it to be good as well. It's not just a gimmick that, it's black, and it makes you look like you have this amazing bark. I wanted that jalapeno powder, my Southwest flavor, to come through. Some of that garlic in there, obviously heavy salt and pepper, it being a more of a beef type rub. But really, it's that flavor that comes together that makes that rub what it is, and it's quickly becoming one of my most popular seasonings. Is that Jolly Roger?
I didn't know
And
if we were talking about
yes,
seasoning or bourbon there. You know, the bitterness and the smooth and like the taste of this. I got lost in the moment there.
you got your palate. You know, you got to hit everything. You got to. It's that sweet, the spicy, the little bitter in there, and then you want everything to come together. And you know, what's really neat about these seasonings, I guess, is you can taste them out of the bottle, but when you cook with them, it's going to be different. Oils open, salts, kind of melt out, and then peppers and capsaicins, all that changes a little bit. So, I really encourage people to cook with it. Try it on different things, not just what it says. Even though my What's Your Beef says beef, I like it on turkey. I know a lot of people like it on pork. So just because it says beef or pork or chicken, that doesn't mean that's all it's used for. Try different things.
Did I catch a perk in there? Perk? Is it a Prescott or Prescott?
Pork. Prescott.
Pork.
Pork. That's my Georgia accent coming out a little bit.
So does your beef rub does your beef rub have a lot of pepper, like a black pepper tone to it? Because that's to me that's barbecue flavor on beef to me, is that they have that heavy black pepper, and that's...
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's heavy, but it's definitely there. The base of that rub is a salt, pepper, garlic, and I love the coarseness of it. So it's bigger pieces of salt, big chunks of pepper in there. You really have. I have that underlying umami in it. So there's some beef-based powder and a little bit of soy sauce powder, which really gives you that, that tingly, beefy umami that you get with the salt and the pepper and the garlic.
Nice.
And chicken, man, that chicken rub is, and I explain it like this: it's salty, peppery, it's herby, so you get a lot of those herbs that come through. It's citrus, so you're gonna get a little bit of citric powder in there with a little bit of back end heat. And to me, that's what chicken needs. It's what poultry needs. It's what seafood needs. That rub actually won first place seafood rub at the National Barbecue Association conference. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. But to me, poultry, seafood is very similar. It's light, it's delicate meat. It doesn't need a lot. It just needs a few things to waken it up. And that Gold Star chicken rub is perfect for seafood, turkey, all that.
I like that one.
I didn't get up there before, but there's the beef.
What's your beef?
What's your beef,
Ryan?
Yeah.
What's your beef, Ryan? What's your beef?
I know exactly. What is it? Brisket?
Time.
Is it burger? Is it tenderloin? What is it? It doesn't matter. Put what's your beef on it.
Whatever I can do on the Blackstone, right?
And my brisket combination in competition is actually what's your beef rub first, nice little light coating, and I use Jolly Roger on the top before it goes into the smoker just to give it a nice little color. Looks like that brisket's been smoking for like 12 hours, and really I've had it only for a couple hours on the drum. Wrapped it up, and a couple more hours, it's tender like butter.
I like the Jolly Roger. I just like the name Jolly Roger.
Yeah, man, that's that. A pirate flag. That's what it's called, a Jolly Roger.
It does. It looks just like a pirate flag.
And so I wanted that to, I think a lot of my Navy style and flavor comes through into my brand, and I think that's kind of what makes there's some million rubs and sauces out there. I think I've stayed true to my brand and who I am, and in terms of not only marketing and advertising, but in terms of my business in general. So you're gonna see a lot of that Navy kind of let's go in your face kind of marketing almost.
We got to
I
back
don't
up
say
here.
in your face, but it's very just it's clean, it's easy, what it is.
We got Johnny in there. Hey, Johnny. Then Sean said
Hey, Johnny.
we got to rewind a little bit. He needs a little brisket profile help. All the help he can get there.
Yeah,
Sean. Oh yeah, tell him to contact Lee. Lee's his boy.
Yeah.
So that's what I was going to ask too. I mean, you were talking about the Navy background and everything. Is that where does the loot and booty come from? And by the
Absolutely. Oh yeah. When I started talking about in 2009 when I was competing, when I was starting creating a barbecue team and wanted to compete, I saw these cool names and logos, and I had this logo, the pig skull and crossbones. For a while, I wanted that as that's going to represent loot and booty barbecue or whatever the name is going to be. And I had a list all these names. There's maybe 20 names. And at the time I was competing with a friend of mine. So we wrote down all these names and then we started crossing off ones that didn't make sense or were just goofy. And then we narrowed it down to Loot and Booty BBQ. And it just came from like a pirate saying, oh, we're going to go get the loot and booty. It's basically the plunder. We're going to go get gold and riches, right? And kind of, if you think about it, and I didn't think about it at the time, but I think about it now, is that's kind of what you're doing in barbecue comps. You're going to go get the money, the trophy, we're going to go loot and booty this thing. So it kind of worked out a little bit in terms of, coming together as being poignant, if you will.
Yeah, my buddy Johnny here goes, you got any Black Friday deals going on, and how much is shipping on average? You're talking about what all you order, right?
So, not necessarily Black Friday specials, but if you enter code LUCKY13, you get 13% off your entire order at lootandbootybbq.com. Entire order, I got 5-pound bags of seasonings. I will have sauces up within, not next week. I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be visiting my family in Georgia for Thanksgiving. Week after, we'll be back. We'll have sauces on the website ready to go. Lucky 13% off your entire order. I got books there. We got T-shirts. We'll have sauces. We'll have rubs. All kind of stuff. Everything for your barbecue needs.
Ryan, I'm just impressed with your technical knowledge of how you're right up with everything. Sean says cheat code. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. We're gonna have to come up with a barbecue Blackstone beer moonshine. I let me know what the if you're running any Black Friday specials and what the shipping is on that one.
On moonshine, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just amazed at how quickly you come up with these little things at the bottom there. You're like a wizard now. I mean, back in the day,
I put it all out there. So guys,
I can't even barely see it.
It just says the Lucky 13 now, but he's so quick. Back in the old days when we did the shows, it was a lot. There wasn't all this fancy,
like type of a fax or something like that.
Yeah, there wasn't all this fancy.
Steve, we're getting better as I'm going here.
I know. Look at that.
Pretty good.
The more you do, the better you get it in.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Trying to get everything, but Johnny, the link for his shop on Facebook is in the comments, so you can just copy and paste it. That's
awesome, man. Look at that.
And then
that's
the link
technology
is
there.
Down at the bottom with the Lucky 13 for 13% off. I like it.
Awesome, perfect. Thanks.
So I got a curious question.
Get a bigger phone, Sterling, then you can see it all the time.
Yeah, right.
I don't even know if my iPhone has a number.
This one popped into my head. What is it? What is the difference in preparing a cook at World Food versus American Royal? I mean, is there different things going through your head, and as far 100%. As prep and time? Is one like riding a bike, like American Royal? It's like I know my timelines like this, and then this American Food or World Food, a whole different animal.
You nailed it, absolutely. I've done enough KCBS now that it's almost like riding a bike. You're right. I can get in that trailer. I know what I'm going to do. My trib. I do the same prep every comp. On this day I do this. I trim on this day. I make my injections on this day. Trailer's going to be cleaned out by this day. It's pretty standard. Boom, 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 rinse and repeat. American Royal is kind of different because you got 2 days. Also, so you're doing some sides in there, ancillaries. There's a few things here and there you're doing. But on a typical KCBS, it's pretty standard, typical what I do. World Foods, on the other hand, we're not doing typical standard styrofoam box. We call it in the box barbecue. We can get outside of that box. We can explore other options with our recipes. We can be different, which is really cool about World Foods. So it's 100% different preparing, and our plating is different. When we go in KCBS, we're going to put it in a styrofoam box. We're going to throw some kale down. Pick your best 6, 7, 8 pieces, whatever. Put them in the box, make it look nice. When we go to World Foods, we're turning in on a silver platter, and we have a certain number. We have to serve a dish just for appearance, and then we have 5 sample plates on it. But on that platter, we can do whatever you want to. It's not only chicken turn in. You can turn in, coleslaw, mac and cheese if you wanted to. You can take that chicken and make it an enchilada. As long as it's like barbecued, it's been cooked over, charcoal wood, whatever it may be. So you can get different with World Food. So preparation for that is definitely a lot different. I can't tell you how many plates I've bought just from Amazon. My wife makes fun of me because Amazon will show up with all these different plates, and you can never see what size they are. And you think you know, but they come and they're tiny or they're too big. So preparation, I think a lot of is what I kind of focus on is the recipe itself, and then kind of plating it look nice, look really presentable. It's a World Food Championships. You're competing against some of the best in the world, so you want to make sure it looks phenomenal and it tastes amazing. Put some passion and love and heart into it. So I think, and I'm not saying I don't do that in KCBS, because I do, absolutely, and we all do. But it's just a different kind of plating. It's a different recipe, and it's a different focus. You know what I'm saying?
You're not just filling just a small little clamshell box.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's recipe driven. It's very recipe driven. How you took this piece of meat or protein and got to this final, result, as opposed to, yes, we do this in KCBS, but it's, like I said, it's a lot of rinse and repeat, and everything's pretty much some barbecue sauce.
Yeah, Sean said the presentations at WFC was mind blowing.
It's a whole nother level. A lot, like I said, a lot of this stuff is chef driven. So you're going to see some Michelin 5-star chefs up there competing with a normal backyard guy, which is really cool about it. Because, a lot of these backyard guys are phenomenal cooks themselves. So it's really cool to see these backyard chefs, standing next to a Michelin 5-star chef, just cooking together and putting love into it.
Sean wants to know what's your go-to method for a turkey, and by turkey he doesn't mean Steve Grass.
You know what? If I'm going to be honest, so my birthday's November 26th. It's always right around Thanksgiving. Every other like 5th, 7th year or something that lands on Thanksgiving. So we usually go visit my family in Georgia for Thanksgiving, and my mom is a phenomenal cook. She's been cooking for the family for years. So that's one day of the year that I don't cook. I let my mom cook, and I love everything she does. My sister gets involved. She cooks, and I sit and I drink and I watch football, and I, hang out with my brothers and my dad, and we just have a phenomenal time. That's the one day that I kind of don't. I let mom do it because
Nice.
When you're at home with a pro, why would if my dad was an accountant, I wouldn't be doing my own taxes. So, but when I do, and there's been a couple times that I have stayed home for Thanksgiving. It's been rare, but that's usually our time. But I love to do a good old spatchcock. Open that bird up, let the seasoning, let the smoke, let everything get all around it. Let that skin get nice and crispy. I like a good, like, hot and fast turkey. I'm not a big fan of injecting when I'm not like competing. To me, I like buying those butter balls. They're already pre-done. They're already enhanced, so I don't have to really do much to them. I don't like breaking out a bucket and filling it with water and salt, and then you're dumping all this turkey water. Man, to me, that's a lot of work. Let it already be done. If it's that butter ball is already done, like I said, I'll spatchcock it, get some good seasoning on it, 50-50 Gold Star. What's your beef? Crank it up and let that skin get crispy and go from there.
There goes my next question about Brian.
I mean, simplicity.
Yeah. My question is if mom's cooking the turkey, how is mom cooking the turkey? I mean, I want to know how she cooks.
She usually does 2 ways. We have a good old fashioned oven one, and she has this turkey roaster that we usually put outside, and it's in this thing. She breaks out once a year. This thing is only for turkey, and it fits the perfect turkey. It's like you plug it in. It's a turkey roaster, and it sets. There's a little, I guess, mesh thing, so it sits up. It's not in the liquid there, and you put the lid on, and you crank that thing up to 450, and the skin gets perfectly golden brown, and it's just this little plug-in turkey roaster thing.
Maybe it's the Nesco roaster, because I remember those. We used to sell those at the hardware store, and it was about that just big enough you could fit one bird with a glass lid on it, and it was almost like a really huge crock pot, but it's not. Yeah,
very similar to that. But yeah, it makes the best turkey. And then we usually do ham as well. You know, we have a big family, so we do turkey, we do ham. This year, my little brother lives close to my parents, so I actually had him go out and buy a WSM, 22.5. So we are this year going to go do two turkeys this year. My mom's one, and then we are going to go throw one on a WSM too, just to mess around. I have a bunch of family coming in this year, and they've been begging me to cook barbecue for them for so long. So I'm like, okay, this year I'll do a turkey, and we'll go from there. So I am going to do a turkey. I may let my little brother do all the work, though. I'll probably just boss him around and tell him what to do.
That works.
You got to learn somehow.
Yeah,
right.
Sean said mom's turkey. Solid answer. Great advice.
I love mom's turkey. I mean, you can't go wrong with mom's turkey.
Yeah, Johnny, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. We got another week for it.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing besides turkey? What's your favorite thing besides turkey on Thanksgiving Day to eat? No desserts. What's your favorite side dish?
Well, stuffing by far.
Over mashed potatoes.
Right out of the box.
No, well, stuffing. I do stuffing, mashed potatoes. And my sister used to make
casserole.
Casserole.
Broccoli casserole. I'm not a green bean casserole, but I do broccoli casserole if it's done right. My ex sister-in-law used to make a killer broccoli casserole, and I wish I could have got that recipe in the divorce, but unfortunately didn't.
What about cranberry sauce? You guys like cranberry sauce? Me neither. I think you either love it or hate it. I've never been the cranberry sauce guy.
Ryan, were we talking cranberries before with the?
I don't like the big chunky cranberry.
What about the one out of the can where you just go
right out of the can? That's
and
what I'm talking
thing
about.
just comes out. Yeah, and
yes, right out of the can. That's the best.
No,
it's almost funny. You can take it and you can actually pop a hole on the other side of it, and then it just slides right out.
It comes out like Jello.
It's got the little ripple to the side of it, you know?
Yes.
Well, that's the scary part is that it comes out looking like the can, like it's got every line of the can. It's like it's amazing.
It's like it's a cranberry at that point. But yeah, I've never been a cranberry fan. To me, stuffing, it's all about the stuffing on Thanksgiving. You got to have a good stuffing. It can't be stovetop. You know, throw some like shredded chicken in there. I like hard-boiled eggs in mine. You know, I like the old school Southern cornbread dressing. It's not stuffing. It's dressing. You know, we call it cornbread dressing. That's what I like. Yeah.
I'm going to have to look up a recipe for that.
Some good rolls.
Cranberries are only used in cocktails.
Yeah, cranberries should only be used in cocktails. Yeah, I'm not a big cranberry fan. That can be not be. That could not be in there. So I'm not a cranberry.
Never been a fan. So let's talk about dessert now. Favorite pie? What do you got? You got cherry. You got apple. You got pecan. You got pumpkin. Obviously, the big one.
Pumpkin's definitely
for. Whoa.
Uh-oh. All right.
Wow. All that talk about dessert.
He said
Sterling passed out.
Out of here.
Boom.
I know, man. I'm ready to go eat.
Yeah, I guess this is kind of like our Thanksgiving show since we're not going to be here next week.
Yeah, we'll be here
next week. Let's go. Let's talk about it. It's my favorite.
I hate to tell you, mine is my favorite dessert would be pecan. So you can go back to your Georgia Rooster. Pecan pie with a nice big warm. It's got to be warm. With ice cream on top, so ice cream melts all over the. Yeah,
speaking my language right there.
Sean said, "I'm going to go with yes."
Yeah,
all of the above, right?
I like that. I like that answer too. It's sampler platter, right?
Yeah.
But if I had to pick one, Steve, I'm right up your alley. Give me a warm pecan pie and some ice cream, and you mix it all together, and you make like this pecan pie ice cream slurry. That's like Fat Boy Dreams right there. Yeah. I love that. That's my jam. I'm all about that.
Fat boy dreams. That's a new one.
I have dreams about that.
Man,
so good.
I can't wait for
maybe a little whipped cream. I know. I'm excited about like eating my mom's cooking, and I'm gonna make this Fat Boy dream come true with the pecan pie ice cream slurry thing.
We've got everybody coming here. We've got a 25-pound bird we're doing.
Nice.
I am gonna brine it. Spatchcock it, set it out, season it up, and throw it on my amazing Weber EX4 that I was graciously given from Wanamaker's in Downers Grove.
Ooh, I like that.
Nice little plug there.
Yeah,
like it.
Yeah.
What's what's the Weber EX4? Talk to me about the EX4.
Pellet.
So
It's a
pellet
pellet
smoker.
grill.
Oh, is it the new? Is it the new one? Not the smoke fire, right?
It's smoke fire. Yeah, it's the old.
Fire.
It's
It's
not
the
their.
New
It's
smoke
not.
fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. I haven't seen that.
Well, maybe Ryan will post a video.
I will do. I tried to see Sterling. See what happened was is I had the EX6, which is the bigger model, right? It was a little big for what I used, and then Sean was looking for a pellet smoker, and Steve goes, "Here, buy the EX4, take that out to Ryan's, swap him out because he wants the smaller one anyways. It's like a win-win, right?" And I was like,
all right,
let's do it. So I get the EX4. I bought a beer can chicken holder. You know, I was like, let's do beer can chicken. Let's get it going. I got to season up. I'm getting ready to go. I fire up the smoker. Gets up to 100 degrees and shuts off. And I'm like, what? The control board on it's bad. So I just now got the control board back. And I got it swapped out. It's pretty easy. So Sean got the bigger smoker that works. I got the smaller one that doesn't work. It works now.
At least you're fired up, ready to go, right?
I am. So we'll throw this out here.
That excellent service from Wanamaker's Barbecue Supply.
Yeah, right? 1940 Ogden Avenue, Downers Grove, Illinois, 60515.
We got a lot of stuff, and I hope this weekend is Thanksgiving weekend.
It is.
This is when everybody's coming in, getting all there's been a few people, and I give them credit for it. I had one guy in on Monday that was already in buying his supplies because he did not want to run the risk of things being out of stock by Sunday. So or the following Monday. So, but so I was actually kind of proud of him.
I don't know what Sean said that would be a good barbecue team name.
That was the Fat Boy Dreams.
Oh, Fat Boy Dreams. Fat Boy. Don't take that, Sean. That's copywritten by LMB Enterprises LLC.
And then he said, we were talking about the smoke fire, and he goes, except it doesn't currently smoke or fire. So it does now. It does now. I tested it out the other night as soon as I got it set up. But
that could be like your minor league team, Sterling, for like your training people. You could AAA club could be Fat Boy Dreams. Yeah.
A T-shirt, maybe Fat Boy Dreams, and it's got like I don't know, picture of pecan pie and ice cream. I don't know. We'll figure that one out later.
Any barbecue class announcements, Biddy?
Let's see. Well, actually, speaking of that,
there is a class that we haven't told anybody about. We're waiting for.
I think we need to talk about it too. So yes,
this one here. That's tomorrow night.
Sorry. It's a different one. I don't know where it's at in limbo. Sterling's so busy.
It's happening. Yeah, it's happening. Me and Fergie, me and my good friend Fergie Ferg, right? Aren't we going to do a little collabo class at Wanamaker's?
Yep. We're going to do, I think the dates are March 23rd. I think we're going to do a competition class. And it's going to be
a competition class.
Newton Booties, Sterling Smith, and Fergalicious' Richard Fergala. So we're going to have Fergie in there. So it's,
we'll get up and quite what proteins we're going to cook right now. We're on a couple. We're not going to show up to I'll do 4, him do 2, me do 2. We're going to figure it out, but it's going to be a competition class. It's going to be on that Saturday, and it's going to be amazing.
Saturday? What Saturday?
March 23rd.
March 20. What is that? 23rd?
March 23rd.
23rd. Let's see. March 9th, I'll be in Iowa, the Iowa barbecue store, doing some great things.
I saw that.
I did doing a backyard class. And speaking of our friend Fergie Ferg, the weekend between Ferg and I are working on a comp class down in Costa Rica with our great friends from the Costa Rican barbecue team. We're actually in Dallas last weekend. I got to talk to them. They competed in the barbecue. They did really awesome. Our friend Aaron Laurent and his crew. So they invited Fergie and I to come to a competition barbecue class in Costa Rica. So there's a string there in March that I got 3 classes right in a row. I love teaching. It's really one thing that, I kind of gravitated towards. I don't know really how, but it's really cool that I get to travel around and talk barbecue. I love it.
Well, if anybody's wondering, our Sean Young, who has been on here commenting, he puts on a fantastic class, and that's what Sean. There it is. Tischler's got a class coming up, and then we have obviously our spring schedule. our spring schedule is up, and we got January, February, and we got March class. So actually, Sean will be doing his grilling class the week before Sterling and Fergie come up for their class. And
Nice.
I kind of originally the 23rd was actually supposed to be Sean's date, but I kind of told him that was the only date that you and Fergie were available. So he was gracious enough.
Yes, thank you, Sean. We appreciate that.
To move it to the 16th, which is
He can come join us, John. Come join us if you want to.
Yeah, he's got to come join us. We need his trailer and all that other good stuff. We do.
Yeah.
Need a place.
World Championship secrets.
World Championship secrets, right? And then we'll get his TVs and all that other stuff. I'll ask him kindly and gently, and if he'll let us borrow his TVs and stuff again, because he has fantastic setup. So if you haven't seen one of Sean Young's classes, get the Tischlers if you can't. Only if you have pecan pie, he says. Pull that up. Yeah.
Not
only if you have pecan pie. Me neither. I love pecan pie. That's besides just ice cream. That's my big weakness. So
yeah, we're right up the same alley, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's funny how you say, doing the classes and everything like that you enjoy and everything. It's kind of gone full circle. I mean, I met Steve at Sean's class. I've known Sean for a long time now, before way back in the car audio days. But I went to a class at Wanamaker's, bumped into Sean again, and here I am now. I'm doing griddle cooking with Sean on his classes now too. So
yeah, man, how cool is that?
Yeah, it's fun to see it, the full circle come back around, and
yeah, absolutely.
Going to some stuff.
It's only griddle cooking. I mean, it's
wow.
I mean, look at this guy. Wow, exactly. Wow.
You see, I mean, I guess he really does.
Hey,
look
at all you came to in all this adversity.
Yeah, right. If I can put up with that, I can put up with anything.
You can go. I mean, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah, Sean said, "Don't sleep on the Jolly Roger rub. It's one of my favorites."
I'm glad you likes it, buddy.
They're all on the shelf. So besides the El Jefe over there, the other ones I believe are. I don't know if I have the. I don't think I have the beef.
What's your beef? Well, it's
I'm
available.
not sure if I have.
I'm
not sure if I have the beef.
So are the sauces.
I'll have to look at it next time I order, because I think I asked you down there what were the best three, and I think it was everything chicken and Jolly Roger, and that's what I scooped up right away.
Kind of my three best sellers, probably right there.
Yeah.
Beef is a sleeper. I love the El Jefe for all things Southwestern. Fajitas, tacos. I love it in guacamole. It's got that. I describe it as like a taco packet, but better. A taco packet with some citric powder. But it's way better. So it's got that cumin chili powder, kind of flavoring. And then the sauces are now available too. So next time, check those out too.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, apple cherry, a cherry chipotle, and a honey gold.
Yeah, those would probably be the spring. Unfortunately, spring, because it's slow.
You say you're going down to Costa Rica and stuff. I did get this picture here of your little barbecue champion and your passport. Said down to Sydney, Australia, there to do some classes and stuff. So did you ever
cool
yourself to travel the world like that and do classes?
What's really cool is when I was in the military in the Navy, I got to go to Australia a couple of times. I was in the Persian Gulf for a while, Hong Kong, Singapore, Guam. I really love traveling, but absolutely not. When I got into this, I never thought I'd be going to Australia. So now, not counting the times I've been there in the military, I've been there 10 times, from Sydney to the Gold Coast to Melbourne to Perth, doing classes. I competed in meat stock, Melbourne a couple times. I've competed at 3 of the Australian Invitationals, the World Invitationals, and it's just crazy to be able to travel and do that. And no, I never thought I'd be doing that, but to be able to have that opportunity, it's a blessing. I love doing it. I do travel a lot, so I'm away from my family, here and there, which takes its toll. But I get to spend time with them during the week, and then we all know, barbecue is a weekend thing. So a lot of my weekends I'm either teaching classes or competing or demoing or doing an event or something with my brand or something with Old World. at this stage of my career, it's about building my brand. I want, this to be, a legacy, something that goes on forever for my kids and my family that they can be proud of. So to me, I've got to continue to build that to be a household name. I want Booty BBQ everywhere. And I've been working on over the last, decade, getting it out there to be everywhere. And it's really cool to see it come full circle and to see the love and to come back to Australia, from being there in the military, coming back and teaching classes. It's just, just a phenomenal phenomenal experience. I'm blessed to be able to do that.
Sean wants to know how the barbecue scene was in Australia.
Man, it's so cool. Everybody down there just they embrace barbecue so much. They embrace what we're doing. They love our brands. They love us coming down there, sharing knowledge. They love us competing with them and just doing what we do here at one of our events down there. People, with the amount of information that's out there through the internet, the level of competition it's up there wherever you go. So in Australia, there's some phenomenal teams out there that are cooking at grand champions levels because they're doing it. They're soaking up the information. They're taking the classes, and they have all the products there available that we do. We have importers there who import all of our products there, so they have access to everything we do. So it's really cool to go down there and to have use what I use here. It may be a different brisket, a different meat. I may be cooking lamb because they have 5 categories in some of their competitions. Chicken, ribs, pork, brisket, and lamb are very common. So it may be different proteins, but we have the same things. Cook it right. Barbecue's one of those things that you can cook it anywhere as long as you know what you're doing.
No smoked kangaroo or anything.
I love some smoked kangaroo. Lamb is very popular. So lamb is what's really cool about that is when I first got invited down there to compete, as in 2017, I knew I had to compete in lamb, and I only cooked really lamb a few times here and there. So I just cooked it over and over and over. 6 months straight, I was cooking lamb. And my family's like, stop feeding me lamb. We're done eating lamb. So we go to the comp. We end up winning first place grand champion and first place in lamb. And I got the trophy, and I went back to my family because I brought them down to Sydney with me. And I said, you guys don't have to eat lamb anymore. But I lied. I lied directly to their face because I got invited back. And before that last comp, I fed them lamb for 6 months straight. And I won lamb again 2 years in a row, back-to-back Australian lamb champion. But yeah, it was cool. But the more you do, the better you get. Put in the time, put in the energy, put in the love, and get it right,
I agree.
Set that better right there towards the end of the show here. You have anything else you want to cover, Steve?
No, I'm just about good. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to March, and
yes, me too.
We'll get that all hooked up as soon as Sterling gets himself 5 minutes of time to
breather.
A breather to we'll get some flyers made, and we'll get it up on the websites and
yes.
get a spot where you guys can pay to go. And I think it's going to be exciting. Something different. We've never done a competition class at Wanamaker, so we'll kind of see how that does.
Yeah, it should be fun. Fergie and I put on a great class. I love. What's really cool about our dynamic cooking with him is you get to see his style and you get to see my style and way of doing it, which is 2 completely different things, and that's what I love about barbecue. There's not one way to do it. There's a million ways to do it. And, we're just going to show you how we've been successful at doing it.
Awesome. No,
you're not gonna put up Sean's comment. Yeah,
I don't. He said, "Does Ryan look like Gandalf with the beard and the lights behind him?"
I love it. I like when your daughter was in the. I'm assuming
my son.
His son.
I know he's got long hair, but that's my son.
I love it.
He's actually got hair, right?
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
So no,
right.
We covered a bunch today. It was
another
good show. I hate to tell you, I'm still on the pecan pie with the ice cream. And I've even I now even gotten to with the a little caramel drizzle on the top just because.
Now you're getting fancy. maybe a little crushed candied pecans on top.
Ooh, yes.
Man. A caramel bourbon glaze. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Backyard. Uh-oh.
There's something about that pecan pie. Every time you talk about pie,
this thing out. We got to eat some pecan pie stat.
Maybe that should be part of the comp class. Maybe we should do some pecan pie there.
I'm gonna bring my mom up.
Dessert.
I'm gonna bring my mom up. Mom, make some pecan pie for these cats.
Yeah, and one for me.
Ice cream. There we go.
Yeah, I love
all right, I'm gonna have to talk. I'm gonna see if my mom's ready to travel.
All right,
get your Vans on, Mom.
Get your Vans on.
Sterling, thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate it. Guys,
thank you guys, man.
Go check them out. Check them out on Facebook. I know Johnny Cremine said he did go and follow you already. So
thank you.
It's awesome. I posted your link out there. Any other thing you want to throw out there? Any other pages?
Man, yeah, just check me out on Insta and Facebook, lootandbootybbq.com. My website, lootandbootybbq.com. You can order all my stuff. Sauce is coming soon, and they're available for wholesale right now.
Awesome.
So yeah, so keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. Obviously, Sterling loves that you order from him directly, but as I'm sure he
check out Wanamakers.
Just love to say, check out any local store that carries his stuff because
100%.
He likes to spread the love around because that's just how it makes the world work. So if you got a store near you that you can get it from, stop in there and pick it up. If not, then feel free to order from lootandbooty.com and get yourself some, because the key thing is just that everybody gets the love. That's all that matters. So
all love, baby.
That's it.
Thank you guys for having me. I had a blast. Thank you guys, and hope to catch up soon.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. And your family. Happy early birthday as well.
Yeah, early birthday.
Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Thank you guys.
Take care.
Enjoy that. Enjoy that turkey.
Ooh, I'm ready for it.
Fat Boy Barbecue.
Fat Boy Dreams.
Fat Boy Dreams, baby.
Fat Boy Dreams. I love it. I love that name. I can't wait to use it tomorrow sometime during the day just to say it.
All
right, Smitty. Take care.
Yeah.
All right, Smitty. Bye. See you.
Wow. We're not done yet.
I know, but you know what? And I just do it. It just makes me feel happy doing it.
It does. Like Fat Boy Dreams.
Fat Boy Dreams.
God,
I totally want. I'm gonna make a sticker for that. Fat Boy Dreams.
Fat Boy Dreams. Yes.
It just sounds good.
Yeah. Oh, another good show.
Another good show. Another week down.
Yeah.
Next week we will not be here. There's no guest next week. We won't even be here next week
because there's no show next week.
Because it's Thanksgiving, everybody.
We're gonna be sleeping from all the
turkey. I still don't know. I still don't know what we're doing for Thanksgiving. I really, after we went to, we did the barbecue love tour last Saturday, and we went to the Station 1, and we did take. Well, I did anyway. I think Ryan did as well. We did take Brad's advice, who was our guest a couple weeks ago, and I did get the turkey. And I'm going to tell you right now, that turkey was mint. I mean, that was it was almost better than it was. I don't want to say it's better than the pastrami because it's nothing there is better than the pastrami.
Oh, pastrami's top notch.
I love the pastrami there. And then this brisket's very, very good. But yeah, we did very good. The barbecue love tour did very good. We ended up 2023, I think, on a high note. And I think we did a good job. I think it was a fun time.
Yeah. I'm excited for March, though. That's going to be a good class.
I think it's going to be a good. I think it's kind of cool. Like I said, we never done like a class that's been based on the competition end of it. Sean does an outstanding job. Sean never did. We've never done like gear. Even when Mark Lambert came up to do the class, it was always geared towards the backyard. Sean does fantastic, wonderful classes on the backyard, and it dispenses a lot of knowledge in that. But we've never done anything that's been specific towards the competition cook. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of draw it has and where people come from to go to it. Because Fergie, Fergie and Smitty are kind of cool people to learn from. I mean, they win a lot of things.
They're definitely fun to hang out with. And good time, always positive, smiles and happy. And I forgot he was on here, and I didn't get to pop this one out here of him smelling the flowers, but dang, forgot it.
He lost me. I've been mesmerized since he said pecan pie, and since I said pecan pie and ice cream.
I'm just waiting to see make sure the feed's
Then-
still on here. It didn't
Yeah.
shut off again.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm still on. I think that I got to go out and get that for Thanksgiving next week because
It's like, what's that pecan pie?
yeah,
Oh,
boom, boom.
Yeah.
So yeah,
All right. Well, another great show down the line.
down the line. Was it? What are we on? 15?
15.
You know, it's a lot to remember because I do the show on Tuesday. Tuesday, by the way, if you're interested in catching me in even more, seeing my beautiful face doing shows, Tuesday's show live from the barbecue department at Wanamaker's will be. I got Dr. Barbecue Ray Lampy on, and we're obviously going to talk Thanksgiving and turkey, and so that'll be Tuesday at 11 a.m. You can always catch it on the rewind. Ryan sometimes comes and he does comments and some of the technical stuff, but he usually comes like at the end. He's always there, like when the show's wrapping up. Yeah,
I get busy at that time, so that happens.
Get busy at that time. It used to be this lunchtime, but
tomorrow night.
nope.
Texas
Tomorrow
style.
night, Friday night, Texas style. I don't even understand that whole pose. What are you pointing to?
Actually, Steven Schmidt is the one who did that the first time, moving his beard up, pointing to his logo. So I was pointing down to the Griddle Crew T-shirt that I have on, since I am part of the Blackstone Griddle Crew. Just throw that out there. See if you want to see it again. See, it's got the Griddle Crew there.
Now I get it. You're pulling your beard out of the way. I thought,
because this blocks so much of my shirt.
I see.
So
I get it.
All right, get your small shop local.
All right, everybody. As always, shop small,
Just
shop
get
local.
this out of recording and just play it.
Play it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
As always, please be kind and courteous to all your service industry workers, retail workers, such as myself, service workers, even people that work at banks. Like, which way am I supposed to put it? This way, Ryan.
Yep.
This way, Ryan.
There you go.
Ryan.
Nope.
Just everybody that has to deal with the public, bartenders, waitresses, waiters, people that check you into the hotels, everybody, please be kind, courteous to them. They're doing the best they can. It's the holidays. Things are going to get busy. And guess what? Yes, you're going to have to wait. And patience will be, you're just going to have to be patient. So just be calm. Enjoy the Christmas music that's probably playing in the stores. And just enjoy the happiness that's out there. And as always, it's our differences that make us great, because nobody would want to live in a society where everybody was the same.
All right, guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, and I think we got what date is that? What is the date on the
date on that is the 30th of November.
Oh yeah, that will be.
That's who it is, and I don't have the sheet up.
I have it. I will look and see because I have to reconfirm because obviously it's been a while since I talked. But this goes back to Pizza Month last month. But we'll have Jerry Belcastro on. He is the I don't know, what did you even call it? President, founder, owner of the Pizza Cook-Off Association. We were talking about that with Matt Frampton when we were talking about pizza. I got Jerry. We found a date that works for him, and it was November 30th. I just have to remind him of that date because it's been a while since we talked. And we're going to talk Pizza Cook-Off Association because I think that's pretty cool because I just want to see how that whole thing goes together and how it works.
Yeah.
It's got to be better than the griddle battle.
Wow. So, guys, if you can't make it out to Wanamaker's, don't forget, go check out the growshop.com.
I bet you they have Loot and Booty rubs too.
They do have Loot and Booty rubs, but I still got to do a video for that. So with that, you guys take care. Have a happy Thanksgiving from myself and from Steve.
Happy Thanksgiving.